Eric Mwade. This time I would like to make a video here with the Indian stock, and we are taking a look at the timing and also what to do whenever you get into a stock, let's say at the wrong time and the stock is pulling back. Some of the things you can consider, whether to stay long or whether to cut your losses. So here we see that the stock has had a nice run coming from about $10 here in May all the way to 35. So that's a big run, and you can see from this chart that in my opinion the entry point was the breakout, and so the breakout took place here above this weekly closing high. So you draw a straight line, and that was the perfect entry price. Now right there, that is ideal. Okay, so those who got in there got in at the right time, and it also coincides with the RSI breaking out to all-time highs. So that was actually, that's not right, the RSI was breaking out here to all-time highs. So there was indication of price momentum breakout here and relative strength breakout there. So that timing was good. So let's say if you entered the stock somewhere here, I would say that was not the right timing, because there was no breakout, there was no indication of a fresh move. You are actually buying a stock after it's had its biggest extended move. You can see here almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight weeks, the biggest run in more than 2 years, if not ever. So that was an indication that the stock was due for some pullback. Now, should you necessarily get out of the stock because you bought it here? Well, depending on your time horizon, I'm not sure, because you can see that the stock is still defending the area above 69.10. So the stock has held above 69.10 here. So that goes back to this price here of about 15. So this time period here, the stock has been trading above 69.10 on its weekly RSI. So I would say, A, the stocks came close to the 10-week moving average there. There was a possibility of a bounce, and we see a bounce of about 5% beginning of the week here. So that's one reason to hold on. Another reason to hold on to the stock, in my opinion, is because if you take a look at the monthly chart, you will see that on the monthly, it already broke out to 3-year highs, all-time highs here. So that was in late April, so somewhere around here, with the price breakout here, about $15, $16, $17 up in that range. We also had another small breakout in the RSI, jumping above 50. But what's important here is that the stock had gone above 69.10 on the monthly. If that weekly chart is going to hold, then it is conceivable that eventually even the RSI on the monthly goes back above 69.10. And actually, if you take a look at this from a daily view, let's take a look at a daily chart. So 1 year daily, and you can see that clear indication that the breakout, this was a breakout here above this daily closing high. So that was one entry period. There was another breakout here, which was this fresh move to new highs. And you can see that if you go back and find the ideal entry price, which was this move here on hindsight. Now this is hindsight. You're using hindsight to tell you when the stock could come back and find some support. So hindsight was this entry point, which is this RSI level. And so we draw a straight line. And so it gives you this bounce on the line, which was this lows here at 16, before the stock jumped all the way to 36. And so now as the stock pulls back from here to here, you see that the RSI has come back to the same support zone. So what you expect around this level here is for support to take place. If it takes place, then you can own the stock. If support does not hold the stock together, then you might see lower prices. Right now we are seeing the stock bouncing off that same level. So my thinking here is that it is respecting this level and could actually see higher prices. The takeaway for me here is it is important before you buy a stock, you find your entry price just as the stock is beginning a new move. Just like there was a move to 52-week highs here, another entry point. So there are so many levels you can look at this. So there was another entry point there, which was successful. There was another entry level here, which was not as successful here as the stock moved to new highs, new breakout. This one did not break out successfully because it went up for a couple of days and then went back below that breakout zone. So once you see a failed breakout, you just use the most recent daily closing high. So in this particular instant, your new entry price would have been here just under 18. Set an alert for next time the stock makes a new daily closing high above that level. You want to be a buyer, and you can see also that pushed the stock above 69.10. Now the one thing I have to mention also is this drop from 36 all the way to 24 was huge, but this did not take place in a vacuum, because you'll notice that stocks tend to reflect what the general market is doing. In this instant here, from about mid-July to the beginning of August, also coincides with the Indian market pulling back, and let me show you that. And you can see on this daily for the Nifty, you can see that there was also a pullback in the general market from here, late July to early August. So that's why that stock was down. And also you can see that there seems to be some type of support in the Indian market, which is helping the stock hold, as the Indian market is back to what has been support level over the last couple of months. Every time it bounced off this line, you see that the market made a nice low. And also you can see that there was another support level there, which was this entry level there, and another support level on the same line here, which was also these lows here. So what I'm trying to say is that the general market looks like it wanted to find support. The stock had pulled back. So if the stock had been pressed lower by the market and the market is finding support, then more than likely the stock itself would also bounce. That's why I was saying don't be in a hurry to sell just because of that pullback, because it seems like the stock has gone and pushed to a level where support should actually take place. Eric Moore, good luck, peace, and blessings.